Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Kimberly Knox, KK, your astrologer, and this is your weekly KK Reports. I am out of my normal office. I got commissioned to do a large event in Miami, Florida, so I am traveling. So we improvise. That's what entrepreneurial people do. We improvise. I had to take a lot of notes for today's weekly report because we have a very important, powerful week ahead of us with a lot of revelations, a lot of we're percolating something very important, and we have a big eclipse coming up on Sunday. Of course, we feel eclipses at least 3 months in advance, but the actual showing of them is around the eclipse time, and we're already in that eclipse time because we had a lunar eclipse in the sign of Leo, full moon lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse in Leo a couple weeks ago. So you can see, like, during eclipse times, a lot of things are unfolding, and Leo has to do with our creative heart source, our standing on stage and being who we are and showing who we are and finding the people that support that. And then Pisces has to do with that inner knowing, that belief, that vision. And we're going to go through all of that. I'm going to give you 4 tips to really be successful during this eclipse, so stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about Mars because Mars is joining Uranus during this eclipse. I'm going to give you the most powerful and best way to use that energy. We may see it in the world outbreak as something negative. Okay, one time in the past when this occurred, there was the Boston Massacre bombings, because when Mars is in Aries, it's very empowered, it's very bold, it's very disruptive and aggressive, and Aries is sudden and breaking free. So there's powerful positive ways to use this energy, and of course there are negative ways, and we may see those come out. They may be in your personal life as well, whereas people want to start big arguments with you, but I'm going to tell you about how to use that in a powerful positive way. So let's get on. This week is all about I am me, and yes, I can, and I can do it. That's part of my passion with astrology, as you know, is helping you all discover the I am me in all of you, having a deeper compassion and love for self and for others through this deep awareness, self-awareness that astrology helps unfold for you. It's an amazing science. I'm very it's very natural for me because I'm very mathematical as well as intuitive. So this whole quantum physics part of it is just incredible. And as you start to understand that everything is energy, we are energy, everything around us is energy, and that we are connected in very big ways, then you will start to flow more easily with your life and with everything that happens, and be able to shift your mindset. And that's one of the most important things, and should be your number one goal for 2017, is a shift of mindset, because a positive, uplifting, abundant, and grateful mindset will attract more of that to you. And if we're not vibrating in a certain type of energy realm, we're not available for the goodies that universal attraction wants to bestow on us, to bring us those people and connections to help us move forward. So that's one thing that we need to change for this year as a goal for 2017. Who's hot? Okay, we always start it with the hot signs. Who is hot? Of course, Pisces is hot. Pisces is hot because the sun went into Pisces on Saturday. It is the last solar eclipse in this degree for another 19 years. It was in February of 1998. So you can think back to what was going on in your life around that time. It won't be exactly the same because of other planetary arrangements, but this area of your life was also triggered. Okay, so you'll have to look out for my, you'll see them in my last monthlies, February and the year ahead, but the March coming up as well. So you need to read your rising sign and your sun sign, and just know that these are general forecasts. You have your own natal chart, and that's why personal forecasts have to be arranged. And you can arrange a personal forecast with me by just emailing me at kk@kkastrology.com. So let's move on. Of course, Aries is hot. Aries, you have been hot for a while, and you're naturally hot anyway. You're ruled by Mars. Mars is in your sign. Mars is extremely empowered, forceful, and courageous, and bold, and super happy to be out of Pisces and into Aries, helping us move forward. Now, Venus is also in your sign, and it will be in your sign for a very extended time, helping us to connect to that deep I am me, those deep personal values within all of us, all the way through June. Venus is going to be starting another 548-day cycle on March the 4th when it goes retrograde. And this is huge for all of us. Venus is our sister planet. It's going to be giving us messages that we need during this time. And don't make decisive decisions until Venus goes direct. But Venus leads us in big ways. The big breakout day will be March 25th. That's when we have a revelation around that time of who we are. And that seed gets planted and it unfolds through a whole series of beautiful connections that Venus makes. Venus is extremely powerful. When she is retrograde, she's a bit angry. In the sign of Aries, I suppose she is more warrior-like than ever. So you can expect that there may be some major revelations around when Venus is retrograde, especially around March 25th at that time. Globally, I'm not a global astrologer. I know what's going on, but I like to stay within personal, mundane astrology and help you work with that. So just keep your eyes out, of course, because as above, so below. And the energies are not always used appropriately, as we've come to know. So what does Mars do? Mars is squaring Pluto as we speak. It's going to be early in the morning on Wednesday. That is making us reach forward to this new transformed being that we're meant to be. It's very powerful, can be power struggles as well. Mars is going to be conjoining Uranus on the day of the eclipse on Sunday. That is a break free flag if I've ever seen one. It's also explosive, but we'll talk about that too more. Mars is opposing Jupiter on Monday. So Jupiter is in the mix, exploding everything, because Jupiter expands. But it is in Libra, so it's reminding us, don't mess with the relationships that have gotten you where you are. And remember to use some diplomacy, for God's sakes, right? But it is expanding, it's sparkling. So, and then of course on March 2nd, Jupiter and Uranus are going to be opposing. That's massive sparkles. So this is what's coming. This is a big time, a really big time for us. Pisces represents the wrapping up of a whole zodiacal year, a whole 12-month cycle. So in some ways we're releasing a lot. So in the meantime, we're also going to be having a vernal equinox in March, which we'll talk about more as we get there. But vernal equinox is a big shift of energy. In your body, you will feel it well if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not recharging now, and maybe cleansing your kidneys, but building up now, because in the spring it's time to cleanse. So as a health coach, I talk to people about the body, and we can't get away from the energies that are around us. Food have energies as well. You want to make sure that you are cleaned up and that you are rested up, because if you're not, you tend to get sick around the vernal equinox because of the body shift in that way. Gemini, you are also hot this week because your ruler Mercury is very sparkly. It's excellent for contracts for every business person out there. There's great business days. Today, tomorrow, honestly, this entire week is excellent for business, for communication, for social media, for thoughts, just inventive, because Mercury is in Aquarius, breaking us free, unique, inventive, innovative thoughts. And as Mercury is trining Jupiter as we speak, it was in sextile to Uranus yesterday, and Mercury is going to be sextile to Saturn on Thursday. This is very stabilizing and opportunistic, and Mercury is then going to be going into Pisces to join the big Pisces party on Saturday. So that will be wrapping up. So just in a little bit of alignment of what Pisces is all about. Pisces, this is the last eclipse in this degree for 19 years. As I said, February 1998. We were repeating things, and this is the way things work in the cycles of universal energy, and especially solar eclipse cycles, because it's the nodal axis that the ecliptic is passing through, and that works in a backward fashion. Therefore, it is a bit karmic. If you meet people that are attached to your nodes, it's very karmic as well. And of course, we can talk about that in personal readings. Eclipses bring to light what you need to see, not what you want to see necessarily. It's what you need to see to push you forward. Surprises can happen, especially when Mars and Uranus together. There can be surprises. There can be, new developments where there's a new moon. But it is in the last sign of the zodiac, okay, in Pisces. So we are in the midst of wrapping up, as well as visioning, using our intuition in big ways, and connecting with that deep belief. One of my favorite words for descriptions for the sign of Pisces, and I have many people in my family that are Piscean, and I love the energy, is belief. Because as you believe, so will it be. Believing is everything. Believing is the start of any success. And the doubters around you are the killers of your beliefs and your dreams. Self-doubt is a killer of your belief and dreams. So you must surround yourself with people that lift you up. And after you get beat down sometimes so much, it's hard to get away from that. In fact, it feels almost comfortable and normal and natural, and it's not. So this is a time to break free from that, to realize what's been going on, and to break free. You are meant to be successful. Whatever that spark of inside of you is speaking, it could be God speaking to you. It's your soul speaking to you, whatever you want to call it. It's for you to go forward. So we will be coming into some revelation at this time of where we are held back and that we need to break free. But for gosh sakes, leave the negative energy behind you. Be around those people that support you and your growth for the future. You are meant to be something special, and only you know what that is. In Pisces, it's a time to be quiet. In your quietness, you will be able to hear more. That is a whole roomy quote. In fact, I'll be posting that on my Instagram. But this is really the whole part of meditation in the 12th house, in solitude. It is in solitude that you find your true self. These are the messages of Pisces, and this is what I love most about the sign. It is the spark of entrepreneurialism, belief, and vision, and dreaming. All of that is the spark of entrepreneurialism. The next sign, Aries, is the boldness that you need to go forward. And if a Piscean person is lucky enough to have some Aries elements about them, they go so far. When you look at Steve Jobs as one example, I know many entrepreneurs that are Piscean with Mars influence. Albert Einstein was a Pisces with a lot of Mars, kind of a Aquarian. So again, brilliant. Steve Jobs, what did he create? He created his vision. He was a monster a bit because his moon was in Aries. It was very emotionally aggressive, and he had some other strong things. But this is what you need. You need that spark of vision. And you need to be around people that support that. And I'm very forceful with that, because criticism is the worst killer of spirit. If you find yourself in criticizing others or criticizing yourself, please adjust, stop, and start over. It's not positive, it's not productive, and it's not helpful. You are meant to be something amazing, and in Pisces is where we germinate all of that so we can take it forward in the sign of Aries. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It's about trust. Trusting what you can't see yet. Trusting that the universe has your back. Trusting that the ground will rise up to support you as you go in the forward motion that you feel you should go into. I've seen that happen many times for me. I move forward in courageous ways. I do take chances. I do need to feel secure like most people and have grounding. But every time I've launched forward in new ways, like moving to Florida with nothing, no job, just coming here and taking modeling jobs, using my accounting and CPA background to do things, and then meeting people to launch me forward into the sales position that I saw that I wanted, then starting my own sales business, moving forward, just keep moving forward and having trust that the right people will come and that the ground will rise up beneath you. But what you must have is a mindset, a positive mindset that will allow you to receive all of that and trust in that. If you have troubles with your mindset, be around more positive people or get assistance from someone that can help you turn that around. Mantras and affirmations around you to support you. Hope, fantasy, vision, escapism. So fantasy and escapism are more the negative realms of Pisces. It's escape from reality, escape from truth, putting your head in the sand, being the martyr, needing to be saved, the victim. Those are the negative parts. You feeling like you have no power. We all have personal power. Some more than others. You all have personal power. So it is... this is the time where we will see where we have given our power away. Strong Neptune people tend to be this kindness, this giving. Like Jesus was the martyr in that sense. Jesus was the giver. Jesus was the, and see how he was attacked and he gave his life away. And so that whole story represents Pisces, that Piscean nature. So where have you given your power away that you need to reclaim and stand up and be assertive? Assertiveness is Aries. That's what Libra is learning. Libra is so kind and nice and wants to get along with everyone, wants everyone to like them. They forget to be assertive. It's assertiveness now, because that is a sign of Aries. So recognize what your dreams are, where you've given your power away, and come to reclaim that. So all of these planets are in Pisces now as of this eclipse. We've got Mercury there, Sun, Moon, Neptune, very strong in its own sign, very powerful, allowing us to capture this deep compassion that we need to for humanity, but for our own selves, our own lives, to really connect it deeply with that inner part of us that needs to come out. And everything around us now is supporting that push forward. It happened since 2012. This is 5 years ago that the outer planets started breaking down everything around us. Things are moving out of our lives. Have the courage to close the doors on things that that are not part of your future. When you hold on to the past, you can't move forward to the future. You're carrying the cans behind you, that you're dragging. You can't launch forward. I have things that I need to leave in the past that I'm attached to, business things. But we all are working, but the universe is supporting us, and the energy is pushing us forward. And this year of the Fire Rooster is the year that we will be supported for our efforts and our diligence and showing up on time and working hard. This is about the year of the rooster, surprise. But you will be getting the feedback, reaping the rewards of your harvest if you work hard and diligent this year. So everything in Pisces, except for the personal planets, Venus, Mars, and the outer planet Uranus in the sign of Aries, is about breaking free. Saturn squaring this in Sagittarius, holding us solid to where we need to go. You need Saturn to hold you solid. If you don't have a strong Saturn, find someone that does, and they will help you. Usually you attract that. It's like magnets. That's what energy is all about. Pluto is in the mix too, providing opportunity, powerful opportunity. So it's here. I'm going to go through the days now of the week, and then we're going to come back to some big things with the 4 tips to handle this eclipse and about Mars. And I'm going to wrap up with that so we can leave you on this I am me, I can do kind of energy. So Monday is all about the moon. Sagittarius, it's about being on track with the future, with enthusiasm. It ends with a moon conjunct Saturn. This video is not going to get out until Tuesday, but moon conjunct Saturn at 6:37 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 on the West Coast. So holding us to this future thing. But I like this energy because it's very commanding, getting things done that you need to. So it's a great day. Mercury is also sextile Uranus. This is bright conversation and ideas. Beautiful day. Tuesday, so Mars. It's a Mars day. Mars is so strong right now, people. It is launching us forward, giving us that bold energy. So if you're a fire sign, if you're a Leo, I'm a Leo, and so I'm feeling it because Mars and Uranus are going to be trine my sun. So this is beautiful. And then Saturn, of course, is forming this grand trine. So if you're a Leo born anywhere 14, 15, 16, you're getting a lot of powerful energy right now. Madonna, I want to see what she's doing because she's going to be hot to try. She's always been hot to try. But the moon's in Capricorn. The moon's in a sign that says I want to accomplish and achieve. This is a completing sign. This is like last quarter moon, and that's what we had, of course, over the weekend, last quarter. So you were refining the things that we started since the new moon in Aquarius when we broke free with something new for ourselves. And that just happened to be my talk that I was commissioned to do down in Miami, a big astrology talk, and it was fabulous. It challenged me, but I was up for the challenge. What do you do? What to do, what to be? These are the thoughts. This is Mars. In square to Pluto. And it's about stepping out to meet this transformed life. Okay, so it's pushing us. It can be control because Mars is forceful, but it's a step out. It's first quarter square, so it's taking us out to get us to where we need to be transformed. Mars is leading the way in this. Wednesday. So Wednesday is a Mercury day. Mercury is all about communication, and Mercury is bright and shining right now. I mean, we really couldn't have a better week. For communication, social media, it's excellent. It's hot, electric, and it's bright. Aquarians are on fire right now, especially because your two rulers are in trine, Saturn and Uranus. And they're in fire signs. So you guys are really on fire. Move it forward. Capricorn moon still, it wants results. So excellent day. It is going to be a bit focused. We wake up with the moon applying to a conjunction with Pluto. So intense focus all day to get what you need done. I believe that's around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So this intense focus will be all through the morning. And then it's going to be squaring to Uranus later in the evening. Where's my glasses? Sorry. I'm just going to see what time. The light's kind of bad in this room. So it's 8:44 p.m. and 10:24 p.m. We add a bit of excitement and expansion to the whole mix. But it's really helping us get stuff done. Thursday, it's all about the sparkle. Jupiter opposing Uranus. Jupiter with Mars. It is sparkle. And have you ever heard, don't let anyone dim your sparkle, wreck your sparkle? You sparkle right now. That's what you're supposed to be doing. The more you sparkle, the more you attract the right people to you. The people that support you and where you want to go. Don't worry about the other people. It's the Libras that need to realize that you're not a people pleaser. Be who you are. That's what your Aries opposite sign is telling you to be. Be who you are. Sparkle, Jupiter, it's opposing Mars exact on Monday. And it's going to be opposing Uranus on March 2nd. So it is in the mode. It is launching us out there. We're meeting a whole bunch of new people. And it's just really expanding us, helping us to burst forward with the connections and the cooperation that we need. Moon is in Aquarius Thursday, so this is social, bright. It leads into the weekend, Thursday, Friday, into Saturday. So it's about closing down because this is a balsamic time. This is before the new moon. This is when you're reaping. You're in your because that's another time period. But I mean, you're just looking at what you created in this Aquarius new moon because the moon is back in Aquarius. Look at what you created this entire month, how you stepped out to be you. And it's brilliant. Mars, okay, is helping us. Friday's a Venus day. We all love Fridays. Venus is in its shadow right now. We are celebrating what Venus brought us in the summer of 2015. We're still celebrating from January 13th all the way through March 4th. We're reaping all of this rewards. So whatever seed you planted, it's in full bloom now. But Venus is going to be going into retrograde. We're passing over these parts from June 30th. January 30th through. It's been in its shadow. So we're going to pass over these degrees. So we're getting some subtle nuances of the areas that we're going to be moving. March the 4th, Venus goes retrograde. So Taurus rising, Libra rising, your ruler goes backwards. You guys go into a little inward time. And we all need to go into that inward time because Venus is our sister planet. She's here to teach us love, desire, to bring out what your talent is, and to attract the right relationships. You cannot attract the right relationship unless you're being who you are. And that is the issue. That is the issue with what Mars and Venus are teaching us. In fact, Mars and Venus will not culminate. They will not come together. They are close, but they're not, because Venus is slowing down to go retrograde. They're not going to come together till October the 5th. And then they're coming together in Virgo. It's a working sign, so it's a little a killjoy for like all this Aries energy, but we're going to go to work on what we've put together. So Moon in Aquarius, sextile Venus in Aries. Very fun day and night. Go have fun Friday. Do something fun and sparkly. We're going to the circus, so I'm excited about that. And Saturday, of course, we're feeling this new moon coming on, this eclipse. And Saturday's a Saturn day. Saturn's in the fire sign, Sagittarius, moving us forward and looking to the future. So it's no matter what, Saturn is happier in a happy sign, rather than it was very kind of it reminded us a lot of letting go when it was in Scorpio. So it's much nicer now. But so we're feeling this solar eclipse, and the new seeds will be presented as of this weekend. Okay, there are new seeds coming. So let's talk about the 4 little tips. First is cleaning up. Look at yourself. Look at yourself, your defeating patterns, any self-sabotage that you have. This is the message. The quieter you are, the more you see. So look into your soul's desire. You can't look into your soul unless you're quiet. So looking at your self-sabotaging, where are you holding yourself back? Look at save your victim patterns. Are you the fixer? Stop fixing others. You're not allowing them to be independent. You're not self-sufficient. Self-mastery, that is determined by failure on themselves. They have to learn that. You don't gain by being someone's fixer in that way. And I know a lot of those kind of patterns. That is the Virgo Pisces opposition. Setting your sights into the future with hope and belief. Ground yourself in a belief. That is Pisces. We are all intuitive and connected more during this time to the divine, what do you want to call it, to spirits, to your intuitive self, your creative self, your soul self. Get yourself connected and get into that belief mode. And look at what's holding you back from moving on. What's holding you back? Is it the words from people in the past, the criticism, the bad words, whatever? Surround yourself with affirmation and positive people. Clear those limiting beliefs. What are your ceilings? Clear the limiting beliefs during this time. Replace with a vision of success, abundance, and practice affirmation. Very, very powerful. So let's look at Mars, because Mars is our launch pattern here. Mars is going to trigger these eclipses. I don't have the exact days, but I'll get them after. But it's good to know the trigger days. Mars rules muscle. It rules physical muscle. People that have strong Mars, whether it be through their ascendant or their ascendant ruler, you're able to build muscle. During Mars time, it's a great time to use the energy working out. Physical energy that diffuses any aggression that can come up, arguments. Diffuse that. But Mars is empowering in its own sign. It's bold, it's courageous, it's willing to burst you out and to close doors behind you. That's what Aries has been trying to do this entire time that it's been in the sign. Close the doors of the past and move forward. On the 26th, on Sunday, it's conjunct Uranus. On Monday, it's opposite Jupiter. It's all the same because it's all there. It's all expanding. Freedom from limitation and expansion. Keep your eyes open for what's going on in the news, because I dare say something big might happen. So those are the very big things. So Mars, powerful. It's a power of the individual. So this is what I love. The self must, it must be strong before you can have a healthy relationship. So it's looking into yourself is so important. That's why Venus is not meeting up with Mars until later in October, because Venus has got to do some work now to refine all the stuff that it did to bring out this heart center in the sign of Leo. Now it's going to refine that, going back into itself. So it doesn't meet up with Venus, not until October. Mars keeps going forward. So here it is. This month, it's all about, this week, it's all about the I am me. It's the I can do it. It's this entrepreneurial part. What did you come here to do? You're here to do something. And the more you do what your soul is telling you to do, the more you came here to do what you came here to do, the more that you are going to attract the best people to you. You have an amazing week. No, this is a general forecast. If you want something more powerful and personal, you must email me so we can do a personal coaching session or sessions. I'm a coach, so I like to lead you into transformation and to success. Thank you so much for following me. Please share this with anyone that you feel would get great success from hearing this message for this week. Thank you so much for all your attention and your subscriptions and your likes and your comments. And follow me on Instagram for some fun storyboards and other. It's Kimberly Knox at Instagram. Have a great day and a great